So what do you love about Lake Oswego?
There's much. This is a village community that has a European feel to it. It's the heart, it's the soul of our citizens, and we're also visiting people from other cities that come to enjoy the farmers market, Millennium Park, and it's a quaint village that is very friendly and all of us love.
And how do you think this proposed development will affect what you love about Lake Oswego?
Oh, I'm deeply concerned. I'm so concerned over the density of it. The size is 5 stories, which we've never had before, and it's also with way too many apartments and condominiums that are going to impact our town square that we've held true to in our design and architecture all through the years. So I'm so proud of Lake Oswego, and I would be devastated to see this happen. This Lake Theater has been there for decades, and it is going to be renewed now. They're in the process of that. There are beautiful buildings surrounding that are just such a wonderful addition and renewal to Lake Oswego that makes it a vibrant place to live and full of energy. But this building is wrong. It's a building on steroids, and it is totally out of place with the rest of the community. It's not too late to do what's right.
This is what I love about Lake Oswego. The markets, the concerts, the fairs, the dining, the community village feel that we have. The traffic is going to be horrendous, and I'm afraid it will drive people away from our city. It's not too late to do what's right.
My name's Peter Davis, and I live about 2 blocks from here on Lake Bay Court. Lived here about a little over 15 years, and this park and this neighborhood has just been wonderful. And actually, I was here in part of the neighborhood planning when they initially talked about this and developed Millennium Park and the buildings here. And I know there was a lot of neighborhood involvement, and people worked really hard to make this what it is, and it turned out just wonderful. It turned out great, and it's just so enjoyable. And then found out about this 228 apartment complex that they're basically cramming in over here, and I was just totally surprised. And it's just massive, and it's 5 stories high. It's just going to overwhelm this park, this whole neighborhood. I live here, and traffic now can be a problem sometimes. It's not good, and to stick a development this big in here, and especially mostly all apartments, is just going to make traffic around here atrocious. And it's just going to have a negative effect on the livability and desirability of this whole neighborhood. And it's really sad because, like I said, a lot of people work really hard to make this what it is, and just to cram some big, massive apartment complex in here just doesn't fit. It's not going to work. It doesn't fit. It's almost like they're developing it just for development's sake. And there's nobody's opposed to development, but we would just like a development that fits this park, fits what we have now, as opposed to cramming something in here that's just going to overwhelm the park, overwhelm neighborhoods, create just all kinds of density, traffic issues, and everything that we really don't need. And there could be just so much a better use of the Weiser Block than what they're doing now. I hope it can be either altered or stopped, just so it's not so massive and so huge. I'd recommend people, email your city council people. They go on Lake Oswego's webpage. It's really easy. Just hit a button and just let them know, because this project is going to have a negative effect, a very negative effect on the livability and quality of life here, and what this park is and what this neighborhood is. And it's not too late to do what's right. The more people that let their city council people know, the better it will be, and you could help save this park and put something in here that fits.
Oh, I love the ambiance, I love the people, I love the aura. It's a town that has such good energy, I think, and it's a clean town. I just love the atmosphere. It's really, really great. You know, what I'm fearful of is that it might become something like the Pearl, which is, you know, the Pearl is the Pearl.
It's fun.
And Lake Oswego is more of like that family atmosphere. We've got great schools. We have, you know, it's just more of a family-centric. And then we would lose that personality that we're known for here in Lake Oswego.
Yeah. And you're a vendor here.
Yes.
And so for some people are saying, you know, it's going to bring more people, so that's good. I'm a vendor here. But what's your feeling about that?
I love what we've got. I'm so happy with what we've got. Family people here, and it's good for us.
I love the village atmosphere, the small town feel to it, even though it's getting bigger and bigger. It seems to have had some real changes, but they're still in line with what we wanted as far as to build it into this village in a small town feel, with lots of amenities to enjoy, like Millennium Park here that has a view out over the lake, and a nice facility over on what they call the Lakeview Village, which is quite nice. Well, it actually, I think it destroys it, and it's putting 228 units with over 400 people. And probably we figure out it could be in excess of another 100 cars on the street, because there's no way, with the facts that they've given us of where they're going to park it, it just doesn't look like they're going to fit. And also, you know, it's that many people and very few amenities that they're offering to it. You know, there's 2 cafe-like restaurants, small restaurants, and a small amount of retail, and that will not do as to giving something back to the city. It's taking it away from Millennium Park, because now we're going to park a lot of people in here. They're going to eventually have to park up by 5th or 6th Street to get into this place. So, and the only thing they offer is a throughway from 1st Street to 2nd Street, so people can walk through the building, but they've taken all the retail off on 2nd Street, so it's really a walk to nowhere. So we really don't know why that is even put in there. Right across the street here, we have where they tie up all the dogs. All those trees are coming out, so they're going to have to move all those dogs across the street, and the apartment itself claims they will add another 200 dogs. So we're kind of wondering what this zoo will look like when it's all done. It's not too late to do what's right.
I love how intimate Lake Oswego is, and how wherever you go there are always people to say hi to, and it's just nice and quaint. There'd be too many people around. I like that Lake Oswego is kind of quiet, and now with that many people it just wouldn't be the same. It's not too late to do what's right.
Because I think it would be too big and it would be an eyesore. And there's so many people living here, it's gonna be a lot more traffic, so it's not really gonna be as safe for us to ride our bikes.
We were just talking about it, and I said, why do they want such density downtown in the core of the town? It doesn't make any sense.
I worry about the parking down here. But what happens with the parking? If you get so many people in there, and what is it, 1.5 parking spaces per unit? That's not very much, and especially with all the rest of the shops and restaurants that might come in, we can see it getting pretty crowded.
So you used to ride a horse down A Street?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. The town's changed a lot, believe me. But this I don't like.
Yeah.
Most of it's been good.
One of the problems with the size that they claim they need is so that the whole complex will pencil out and become, profitable. And I guess you need to have 200 plus units to make that happen. And I think the problem with that is the concentrated area is not big enough to support it. And I would worry about the immensity or the size of the building stuffed right in the middle of town like this would be, to me, crowding and take away the feel that we have now. I think something like that should be there, but if it can't pencil out for 220 some units, then maybe it shouldn't be put in that location.
I love the neighborhood aspect of it, the ability to be able to walk downtown, have access to the lake, the farmers market. the friendliness of the people, just the community itself. Well, I think it's going to bring in a lot of traffic. I think there's going to be a lot of dogs, and as far as I understand, I was at the meeting last week, there's no really public place for the dogs to go. 400 and some parking spaces. I'm not sure the city has taken the time to really understand the traffic impact. And we live close by here, and we're dealing with traffic right now, and I just can only imagine if you're going to be adding 200 and some cars. It's not too late to do what's right.
A lot of people have spoken on your behalf, but I was kind of wondering what you really think about all this.
Well, I'm glad somebody finally asked. Look, to my left, what do you see? No grass. Across the street, there's Millennium Park. Little strip of grass. Now, look to my right. What do you see? What do you... There's no grass. Nothing. All I got is, look, this fire hydrant behind me. But that's undignified. I don't want to do that to the city. Please, just put me on the design committee, and we'll make this block a little more village-like with a little more grass so there's room for a few more dogs. Please, I'm begging you.
This is a new development known as 555. It fits in. It's beautiful. And there's plenty of places in Lake Oswego to continue this kind of development. Now, it's certainly not what you would call small. It's 3 stories and 36 units. Imagine 5 stories, 228 units.